Hello and welcome. Today we are going to build our amazing future self vision. I'm so excited for this and I hope that you are too. So what we're going to do is a meditation visualization to really put that picture in your mind, create that vision of the future that you want to live in, that you want to make into your present, and the person that you're becoming in that vision. So we're going to work on 4 categories today, which are, and I use these 4 categories because they tend to be the things that everyone wants, and they're kind of like the 4 pillars of our lives, is what some people would say. So the 4 categories are health, wealth, love, and happiness. So you're going to actually pause and put down and think about this and put down some information first, and then we're going to actually do the meditation visualization. So I want you to write down in your notes those 4 categories: health, wealth, love, and happiness. And I want you to describe just a little bit about what you want from all of those things. I want you to be as specific as you can. I want you to write how it will feel to have it, and I want you to put it all in the present tense. It's not, I want to have, I want to have this amazing partner. I have this. Even if you haven't met them, if you're single, I have this. I have this much money. I have this love. I have this happiness. So write it all in the present tense. This doesn't have to be super in depth. We're actually going to do kind of goal setting and embellishing on this later, but for now I just want you to have some stuff to feed off of as we go through this visualization. So pause the video now and write down those 4 categories: health, wealth, love, and happiness, and what you want from all of them. Pause it now and I'll see you in a moment. All right, so just have a look over your list and make sure you've sort of got it. It doesn't have to be perfectly memorized, but you just sort of know the gist of what you put down, because we are going to have our eyes closed and we are going to visualize this. So I want you to just take a moment and take a few deep breaths. Just take 3 of the slowest, deepest, most relaxing breaths you've taken today. Breathe in and breathe out. Take another deep breath. Breathe in, letting your breath do its job of relaxing you. Breathe out. And just one final time, breathe in and breathe out. And just take a moment and become very aware of the space around you. Just letting your gaze be steady. Notice the colors that are in front of you, the contrast between light and dark. Notice the shapes, the textures, and then just shift your attention to your hearing. Notice the sounds you can hear the furthest away, and then a closer sound. And then you can just focus for a moment on the sound of my voice, really noticing the tone, the timbre. Good. And then taking your attention to the sound of your own breathing as you breathe in and breathe out. And just letting your eyes close down now, letting your eyes close down. Good. And keeping your eyes closed, just let your attention move to your body, becoming aware of the temperature of the air, noticing the contact points on your skin, where your clothes are touching your skin, noticing where your body's touching whatever's supporting it, whatever you're sitting on, lying on, becoming aware of the weight of your body as you continue to take full, deep, relaxing, calming breaths. Good. And now I want you, just within mind, to imagine your life with those things that you've written down. Imagine your life starting with wealth. What would your life look like if you had wealth, real wealth? What kind of house would you live in? What would the kitchen look like? What would the bathrooms look like? What would the view look like? Maybe you'd live in an apartment. Maybe you'd have multiple homes. Just take a moment and imagine that in your mind. Imagine that home that you would live in if you had wealth. Imagine having money and credit cards, a bank account. See that number of wealth in your bank account. What would it feel like to be able to pay for anything you want without thinking about it? Being able to travel, take a first class ticket, maybe your whole family on a first class ticket, going somewhere. Maybe to you wealth means something else. What does that mean to you? Just visualize it. What does that life look like? What would you do differently? What would you have? And most importantly, how would it feel? Maybe it feels like freedom, like satisfaction. Just take a few more moments. Just imagine your life with wealth, with what you've put down, with what you desire for yourself, what your life would truly, truly look like, and how that would feel. And then in that vision, I want you to open the fridge. Look in the fridge. What's in the fridge? What kind of food do you eat? Maybe you have healthy, organic food. Maybe all your meals are prepared. Maybe you have a meal delivery service or a personal chef that makes all your food for you. Or maybe you're traveling and you eat out a lot of restaurants, but healthy, amazing restaurants. What does that look like? What kind of food do you eat? Do you go to the grocery store? What kind of grocery store do you go to? Just imagine that. And what do you do for exercise? What do you do for movement? Maybe you do yoga and meditate. Maybe you lift weights. Maybe you do active outdoor things like rock climbing or martial arts. What does your body look like? Maybe you're leaner, fitter than you are now. Or maybe you're more muscular. What does your body look like with health? What does that mean to you? What does it feel like? What kinds of things are you doing? What do you nourish your body with? Just take a moment and picture that. Good. And now, I want you to imagine in that life that you have a partner. Just see that partner. See what love looks like in your life. What do they look like? What kind of clothes do they wear? What kind of job do they have? How do they speak? How do they speak to you? Are they warm and gentle? Maybe they're witty and intelligent. Just imagine that person. How does it feel to be around them? How do they feel when they're around you? What kinds of things do you do together? What does quality time look like? What do dates look like? Just imagine that. What does being in a partnership mean? What does communication look like? Sound like? Feel like? Just imagine that in that life, with wealth, in that home, with health, and with love. And finally, what does happiness look like? How will you know when you're truly happy? If you were truly happy, what would life look like? What would you be doing? Maybe you would only work 15 hours a week and you'd be traveling all the time. Maybe you love your job and you work a lot, but you spend lots of time with family. Maybe you love going out, having drinks with friends. What does that look like? If you could do anything, what would you do? What makes you happy? What fills your cup? Look around this life that you're creating right now in your mind and fill it with happiness, with joy. What does that mean to you? When you bring in happiness, what changed about the vision? Just see it. Sit with it. Just take a moment and look around that life, around all those things you're seeing for yourself. And finally, and kind of most importantly, I want you to really take a look at who you are in this vision. Who are you? How do you show up for life? How do you show up for yourself? What kind of clothes are you wearing? How do you speak? Are you always put together? How do you manage your time? How does that person deal with conflict? Just really see yourself. How would the version of you that has all these things live? How would the version of you that made all these things their reality be? How would they handle themselves? How are they different than you are now? How are they the same? Good, just stay with that. Take one final look around your life, around your home, with your wealth, health, love, happiness, and just looking at who you truly are. And I want you to just take a moment and realize that this vision that's developing in your mind right now, it came from you. because it's who you truly, truly are. And we're never given a desire without being given the ability to realize it. And you might have heard before, you need to be realistic, or you can't have this, you can't have that. You can have whatever you put your mind to. And you're putting your mind to this right now. Just take one more minute and really let that soak in. How it feels, how it looks, the essence of it. And we just slowly come back to the awareness of your body, feeling the weight of your body. Coming back to your breath. Even noticing how much light or darkness you feel falling on your eyelids as you become more aware of the space around you again. Noticing some sounds. And then just slowly, calmly, easily open your eyes and come back to your full awareness. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. We are going to revisit that and build more on that. But for now, just sit in that and realize that whatever you visualized, it came from you. And you can revisit that vision of the future. Anytime you want, you can visit specific elements of it or do the whole thing. I'm going to put this as a recording on its own so you can do it many times. And the more you do it, the more you're creating that blueprint, that roadmap, that vision of the future that one day will be your present. You're doing amazing. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.